Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie, and this will be a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're new to tarot, there's a couple of things to keep in mind. Just because you run across a reading that's for your sun sign doesn't mean that it's going to resonate for you. Definitely just discard readings that don't fit your life, and disregard gender. That shit's only going to be right 50% of the time. All of the face cards, King, Queen, Emperor, Empress, they actually really describe a personality, which you'll know who we're talking about. If you're a cross-watcher and you come over here, technically you're stalking, so if you get your feelings hurt, nobody cares. Sorry, I don't. If you'd like to book a private personal, the information's in the description of the video. And if you'd like to become a member, you can hit the join button below to check out all the perks for the channel. Alright. Give me a spread for Cancer, please. I'm just going to pull these oracle cards to kind of get the general energy. We'll clarify everything with the tarot, and at the end I'll grab some advice. So we have, excuse me, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Wind of the spirit. What is with my throat? Excuse me. I breathe deeply. As I inhale and exhale, my body is refreshed. My breath is always present to calm me like a wind of the spirit. I am connected to the source of life, and I am vividly alive. We have no facts, never has the facts, makes shit up and lies. With your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. And self-development, growth or improvement in one's qualities and abilities. The overall energy here is Temperance in the reverse, Sagittarius energy. I have the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. The Five of Cups, Death, Scorpio energy, the Two of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck, I have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. You know, I feel like in a situation they're kind of just, you know, there's an imbalance. It's Temperance in the reverse. Things are not peaceful. You know, they're not where they could be. It kind of feels like there's two people who just really cannot reconcile their differences. I have one person here who's solidly working on themselves, and I feel like they're not in a, like, position to worry about the pettiness of someone else. You know, it's like I feel like you keep working on trying to make or you kept working on trying to make a relationship stable, but whoever you're dealing with really is kind of a little bit childish. And this isn't always like, a make or break. There are romantic feelings here. It's just that I think that, with this a card, it's almost like sometimes you're just like being accused of some shit and you feel like you really have to set boundaries with a person here that, it's like, maybe you keep trying to communicate with someone who just really has a habit of wanting to misunderstand you. That's what I get here, There is, I think, this understanding of this person, though, where you don't feel like this person's a bad person. You know what I mean? It's just a challenge in the connection. And I think that what's really healthy here is that you're working on yourself instead of trying to get this other person to. So much in the tarot, we see people who are so worried about what the other person could be doing right that they're not actually paying attention to where they could be going wrong. I don't see that with you. I see you really like, I need to work on myself. When this person gets petty or they say stupid things, they're just in a mood and I need to not really take it personally or maybe communicate with them in those times what I'm actually feeling here. And definitely setting boundaries around what I'm deeming as not enough. The Page of Pentacles is like, and a barely showing up. I don't know how else to put that. So I feel like, whatever is going on here emotionally, there is this want to fix it. And it's not looking at the other person. It's really looking at yourself and saying, I need to really make better choices about how I react to something. Because it's still wands here, Like you feel like the change doesn't need to it's not that you don't feel like this other person couldn't use some changes. It's just you recognize that the change that's going to matter the most has to be you. It's like either you can get really hurt and upset by someone's accusations or the dumb shit that they say to you when they're in a mood, or you can really kind of not let it get to you, not let it bother you, really. And I think just choosing to react better, I feel like, you know that you have this defensiveness, that this is a part of the challenge of the relationship, you know what I mean? Like, it could be something stupid, like, say your partner just says something, like, just petty, and you just take it to the next fucking level. Like it's just, and it's really not that deep. We just took it there, It's almost like an easily triggered energy, but somebody really trying to change that up, when somebody else is just saying shit. And this doesn't even just have to be like, I pulled love cards, so like this could be in romantic relationships, but this could also, for those of you that don't really care about love, just how you show up to petty energy, period. Like somebody comes and says something stupid to you, do you have to react? Some people actually can't help it. Like, it just literally a trigger. They just get pulled right into a certain energy. And here you're really thinking like, it's really just, I can't change another person. I can't heal in them what needs to be healed. And I'm not even going to try to force them to see where they go wrong. I just need to not get thrown off by somebody else's petty ass words. It's grown people shit. Because like I said, most people, they'd prefer to like constantly point the finger at their partner. And you may even feel like you're with somebody who does do that. Sometimes like they'll blame you for petty shit or get mad at you over something they did or something, like, so it's here though saying I need to mature, I need to grow up, and I need to show up differently. So if I can't, maybe I can't make it work, but for right now, I'm going to have to, kind of balance my own shit here, and it really is this, I can be the chaos, and I need to knock it the hell off. So I feel like here it's like trying to really find better ways to cope in all relationships, but definitely in romantic ones where you don't get completely, I think, slighted by the simplest things. Why is this relevant? The Knight of Swords, Strength, the King of Wands. Some Leo energy here. The Page of Cups at the bottom. I just feel like it's saying, like, something is going to come up. It's going to happen over, like, the next day or two, I would say. But I think here, you're going to realize, like, how this actually works out. Like, basically what's going on is somebody's realizing that they need to grow, change a little bit, and when they actually start to employ the things that they're learning here, which is really just controlling yourself instead of going off on somebody. You may actually see someone do something different. Somebody's wondering, like, if things would change if they changed. Well, yeah, usually if you start to change up the dynamic, the other person doesn't have a choice but to. There could be this kind of weird thing here where some of you are in a relationship where, like, the person's stable, like, you don't need for nothing. Like, if you might have your own, you know what I mean? But, like, you would never fall off because this person would always be there, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you really do view them like that, But where they might not show up very well is emotionally, you know what I mean? They may not think before they speak, and it's because they're not emotionally sensitive like you are. You know what I mean? So they don't expect the reaction that you're giving. And I think you're actually starting to learn the other person. Or you will learn who they really are when you show up differently. This is where I don't know, I think maybe in the past you were looking at a person like they were just completely apathetic. And that could be like a wound for you. You know what I mean? When you feel like somebody doesn't care or they're not, like, hearing you out, or like they just don't care. That could set some of you off, and a lot of people, not just you. But it is also kind of hard to be empathetic. Like, you could say something and not know that it's going to set someone else off. It's really hard to be empathetic to a person, though, after they are triggered and blowing the fuck up on you. You know what I mean? So, I think, too, with this card, it could be a little bit like, kind of making shit up in your head in those moments, where it's like, a person says something that you take as, like, petty or, like, just childish to say, and, like, actually going full-blown childish with it and then changing it up. Well, you'll see that this person actually does care. If you can, instead of blowing the hell up, be like, I really don't like when you say stuff like that. And then immediately it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by that. It's like, it's kind of a silly little energy here, but actually this shit is really hard to do in relationships. Like, it's easy to say, but to actually apply it in the relationship is hard. But you'll definitely get your shot here. Maybe some of you don't know this, and you just need this reading to confirm to you, like, somebody in your life is actually not a dick. You just are used to people that are, like, a certain type of way, and you're insecure to it. I don't know how to explain it. It would be kind of like you're talking to somebody and you don't feel like they care enough or something, It's kind of interesting. Anyway, once you switch that energy up and you don't actually just go off, you'll also see someone else show up differently. Because they're getting the opportunity to. I think sometimes they don't even have like the opportunity to think about what the hell they said. You're just all of a sudden flipping out. So this person could sometimes just think you're crazy. Just straight up. Like, I don't even know what the fuck you're yelling at me about. Like, and I see this shit. It looks a little silly. And the advice I have: the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces energy, and I have the Three of Pentacles. Personally, if you want your relationship to get back to this place where it's like there is some type of emotion that is not this, like if you want a really well-balanced, healthy relationship, then yeah, there's some, whatever it is that you've been picking up on or whatever it is that you're feeling like you really need to change as far as your own behavior goes in a relationship here will change everything. Like you're going to see like the passion come back, the comfort, the feeling like you're actually in something that you belong in, feeling like things could go the long run. You just have to work with somebody here. I really like this spread, and if this resonates with you guys, I'm so proud of you because, I mean, this is tarot. You know how many bum-ass toxic relationship readings go on over here? Like, and this is really mature, like, and it doesn't matter if 2 weeks ago you weren't mature, you know? This even level of self-awareness, hey, sometimes I just really drag shit. I'm so used to having to like bug out on somebody to be heard or cut someone off to get a point across that I'm just ready to do it on anybody here, and this might not be that person. I mean, sometimes we have to mentalize. If you could just think about things that you've just said before that personally wouldn't offend you if somebody said to you and somebody else took offense to, you know? And are you that guy here? Okay, bye.